Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art and welcome back to a new week of comics. This is the first week in July for new comics, and the next couple of days will be the 4th of July, which is a national holiday for us, and I'll be relaxing that day, but gotta work Monday and Wednesday. That's fine. Without further ado, let's get on with this. Put my new reading glasses on. Before I start the comics, I want to tell you, I want to rant a little bit and just bear with me for a second. The reason why I want to rant is because I bought this figure right here recently. It's Indiana Jones from the Dial of Destiny. Alright? Now, the hilarious thing about it, the movie dropped this weekend. The weird thing about it, 2 months ago, the first wave dropped. The first wave of Indiana Jones figures dropped. They were based off of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I have yet to see much of any of them. Targets, Walmarts, haven't seen much of any of them. They're bare. And I'm like, now I bought this from my comic book store. He ordered this wave, but not the first wave. So I'm like, why not? Oh well. But the funny thing about it, this wave has some Temple of Doom on it, like Short Round and Hypnotize Andy Jones. And I'm like, okay. I wanted the original one because of it is original Jones from the first wave. Plus, you know, it had they're borrowing from all three movies. The first trilogy. Okay. Now, what's the use of having a toy line for a movie and you can't get it out there? So you know what I'm going to do? Now mind you, I haven't checked Targets in about almost a month. So I'm going to check some Targets. I'm going to check some Targets in the next couple of days. One, I wanted to see if at one Target they had the Guardians of the Galaxy wave, and they should be going on clearance. Online, they're charging full price. The reports from my group saying that it's going on clearance. So I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't want that wave at first until I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I said, I kind of want that wave now. It happens that way. But anyway, if not, I'm looking for the new wrestling figures that's come out, and the newest stuff I bought was a Triple H Ultimate figure that came out 3 years ago. How did they find that? I don't understand that. Boggles the mind. But anyway, that was enough of the rant. Let's get to where you came here for, or what I'm doing this for. First, we got Local Man number 5. Kind of liking the story, and I kind of starting not to like the story. The only thing is about it is a flip book, so there's 2 stories in one book. All right. Next is Scorched 19, the Spawn team book. Starting not to like this book anymore. And another mini rant. This shouldn't take too much time. My home comic book store, they don't sell DC books. They said years ago, we're done with DC. That was before the pandemic. They said we're done with DC. And then right around 2021, they said we're done with Marvel. Image and the Independents, they come in on a regular basis. They don't come damaged and stuff like that. So they decided to keep those. So what happened is that my local comic book store they starting to get Marvel books now. Not for your pull box. You gotta pull it off the shelf. So naturally, guess what's in here? Spawn. And since there's technically 4 Spawn books, I go once a month to pick up 3 Spawn books. 3 to 4 Spawn books, because there's no really use for me going there. Unless I want to get books where I'll have to pay, they come bagged and boarded in. Like, for example, This one, King Spawn right here. It's already bagged and boarded. And it saves me from buying more bags. So a lot of times I'll go there just so I can pick up more. I don't have to spend my bags. But then again, that's more than one trip that I have to do. Rant over. I'm liking this one, 007 for King and Country number 3. And according to the 70 years of James Bond, there's no movie to capitalize on that. Another rant. There's been talks about another James Bond. They're trying to cast who could be James Bond. Henry Cavill is in the running. I'm like, oh, that sounds like that's a good one. And of course, Idris Elba, or Idris Elba, whatever his name is. He was in the running. I mean, he was never considered. It's just someone put it up there and said, hey, Idris Elba will be a great James Bond. One, like Henry Cavill, he's British. I think Henry Cavill is British, but I know Idris Elba is British. He knows the British movie scene, the British TV scene, and the theater scene. He knows that, and he knows Hollywood too. So he will be seamless. I mean, Daniel Craig is British, of course, and that would be great. I mean, that would have been a great casting for James Bond, but as you could tell, the internet, and he was like, and recently he came out and said, I'm very flattered. I was never in the running. I was flattered that people think I'll be a great James Bond, but the people kind of turned me off on this role if they wanted to offer it to me because of the people. And I'm like, yeah. Oh well. Another rant. This one is Hell to Pay number 6. Interesting story. Very interesting story. And if it doesn't really pick up in the next couple issues, I'm going to drop it. Normally I wait a year before I drop a book. Or the book started getting really interesting, I wait 2 years. For example, like Scorch is like 19. Scorch is what, 19, right? Yeah, 19. So it's getting close to that 24 mark. And if it doesn't really wow me in the next 5 months. But anyway, this right here I didn't find when it came out on stores. This is Avengers number 1, second print. How come I couldn't find Avengers? What I mean by I couldn't find it, it wasn't at my stores. There's some other stores I could go to, but I don't really feel like driving out their way to do it. But for it to get a second print, that's pretty cool. Because usually Avengers don't really hit like it used to. And here's number 2. Next is Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 14. It's a decent book. It's a very decent book. Very decent. If you're a Captain America fan, most likely you're a Steve Rogers fan. Symbol of Liberty is the one you want to get. Symbol of Truth I got because it's different. And plus, of course, Sam Wilson's going to be new Captain America going forward. So, kind of want to see what kind of things they want to get up in the books. Of course, it doesn't reflect the movies. Just don't worry about that. Next is Amazing Spider-Man 28. Now, most of you probably have seen the recent video I did about a week or two ago about my current views on the current Spider-Man run. Yeah. I get it because I love Spider-Man, but the problem is I just don't like what they're doing with him. And the funny thing is Miles Morales, in my opinion, is the best Spider-Man book out right now. Even that story kind of sucks, but it's the better one. Go figure. In my opinion, that's my humble opinion. Now, for some of you, hey, your opinion is yours, mine is mine. I wanted to read this one, The Heroes of Apocalypse number 1. Really wanted to read this one. supposedly Apocalypse, you know, everybody know who Apocalypse is, but basically he has like children. He's come from, and then he has from coming from a different place. I'm like, okay. Now, one of my friend, the Batman, this is a good book for you to get because he said the X-Men books are hot right now. I mean, and tell you the truth, in my opinion, right now the current run of X-Men is, in my opinion, decent at best, but it's not as great as it used to be. That's my own opinion. Next is Ghost Rider 15. Now, this is a great story. I'm loving it. And this is issue 15. The story is so interesting. You know, it revolves around Johnny Blaze. They actually introduced Danny Ketch to this. So, are they going to add the other two Ghost Riders in the mix on this one? Don't know, but can't wait to find out. And right here, the best Spawn book in my opinion, Gunslinger Spawn 21. The best Spawn book in my opinion. Next, we got Thor 35. Now, a couple months ago, when I saw about this, somebody on Twitter said, "Oh, wait till my cover comes out for Thor." I'm like, "Wow, that's a pretty sick ass cover. That's a pretty sick cover. Wow." Now, mind you, I haven't even read a single issue of Thor ever since it came out. I probably missed, out of this 35 issues, I'm probably missing 2 or 3. I haven't read a single one because I wanted to read it all in one lump sum, but life. Next is another book that I have on my list in my regular store, but it's not in my pull box, but it's always on the shelf. Yeah, so I guess some books, tell you the truth, since I don't really use my pull box that much, because nothing that I want is going to be on my pull box. But this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Sakura Genpo, Where When, number 4. I have not read the first 3 yet, but I have a feeling this is going to be a really awesome story. I'm not a big Turtles fan like I used to be, because in my opinion they got kind of lame. But Sakura Genpo, still the same guy. And last but not least, Ultimate Invasion number 1, the Negative Space Miles Morales cover. I saw this last week on another stream, and I finally got mine. And that is it. Now, take you, that's not it, really. Technically, that's not it. I gotten a lot of books in the last couple. I got a lot of books down here. They're still boxed up. One of these boxes is 30-some random old school G.I. Joe comic books from the Marvel era. Some books I got from auctions and stuff like that. So I'm going to be opening those up in a different video. So, you know, I think I might film that on the 4th, maybe, or the 3rd, or just tomorrow. Don't know, but I'll find out, and when I do it, you will see it by this week sometime. The next thing I'm going to tell you is that I filmed 2 HeroClick videos, HeroClick battle videos, and I haven't dropped them yet. I wanted to film the last 2 for the series before I decide when I'm going to drop those. So some people, yes, I heard you. And I'm working on it. It's just that sometimes I get lazy. Hey, I get lazy, dude. I get lazy, man. I can't help it. There's figures I want to unbox, and like I said, I did the Hulk unboxing recently. And it was of course it was copyright strike, which I knew it was, but it didn't really hit as much as I thought it should. But like I said, I'm gonna wait maybe a couple more weeks before I do something else. But normally usually that happens pretty well. But I don't know. I guess I guess it's the way how it is. But anyway, that's enough for me talking and yapping on a Saturday night. Hopefully everything's all right with you and yours. Hopefully you guys are doing hopefully you guys are doing well. When it's hot, sometimes I can't think very straight. And plus I'm drinking a lot. Of course you can drink lots of fluids, but you know how that goes. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this video if you like. And I will see you very soon.